Hello everyone, thank you for joining me here on another episode of Vegan Police TV. This episode is about leaving a legacy. Now, strange thing about that, it's not something that, it's something that I thought about doing for a while. It wasn't something that I planned because I haven't written any notes about it. The thing is, there's two motorcycles beside me. What is it, a Honda and a Harley by the sounds of it? Which got me thinking about, I don't know, it's a Hyosung. Got me thinking about a YouTube clip that I saw because I'm going to be getting back into motorcycle riding soon, and was just having a look at some of the other channels. And there's the Duke of DC motorcycle channel on YouTube, and he was talking about leaving a legacy and what he wants to do and all that sort of stuff. And for me, this is part of the reason why I'm doing YouTube as well. It's part of the reason why I'm becoming a bit more active, or building up the activity that I do inside the vegan community. The blogs and podcasts will be starting soon, and all that. So for me, it's about leaving a legacy behind for my son, and I want to push hard and really push over the next couple of years for for a rights-based message to be accepted within veganism and animal advocacy, rather than the incremental and regulationist approach that is accepted in Australia at the moment. Because I've copped heaps of it, heaps for those views over the years, and it's that's not something that I want my son to go through. So the legacy I want to leave to my son is that he won't have to go through what I went through. If he comes to the point of wanting to promote veganism and starting to becoming more vocal and passionate about it, which being the son of mine, I hope he does. I want him to sort of pick up the baton, so to speak, from me, run with that, and just build on improving veganism, not only in Australia, but online and all over the world. So this is the thing. This is the legacy that I'm leaving. It's a concern is that when you have a look at the stuff that Harley's doing and the stuff that Leanne's doing, I know they've said that they're not going to have kids, and Harley's had the snip and all that sort of stuff. But is that how these people want to be remembered? Have a look at what Vegan Ava's doing, and while I've said in the past and had previous episodes about Vegan Ava's clips being a cry for help, because I think she views that any attention is good attention. I don't think that they're doing her the best. On the cringe factor, they seem to be getting worse and worse and worse as time goes by. There was starting off with the whole vasectomy with her boyfriend, those ones, and then going on from there. A couple of cop cars with lights flashing down that road, and there was some wandering around in the street behind me. So you may not have seen it in the back of the camera. And this is the thing: is that is this the sort of legacy that these people want to leave behind? Is that how they want to be remembered? And it's fine for people like Ava. Like, she's 26, and she says, she knows she's never going to have kids. Well, really? I mean, it just gets me. It's and what if she changes her mind in 10 years' time, and her and Pablo have parted ways, and she decides that she wants to have kids or something like that? All this stuff that she's doing now is going to be online for who knows how long. There may come a point in time where YouTube changes its terms and says, well, hey, what you put up stays up, and all that. So, you can't take anything down. It can only be removed by this or that or whatever else. Who knows? They may turn around and say, well, you post something on YouTube, it's automatically in public domain. And if the stuff's in public domain, then, there's not much you can do about removing it from public domain. So, there's that. Have a look at all these other people that they just, I don't know, that they just don't seem to have anything that they want. The legacy that they want to leave behind. How do they want to be remembered? All these angry people that go to protests all the time. Is that how you want to be remembered? Do you want to be remembered as the person with the billboard who screamed the loudest and yelled the most? Was the nastiest and the meanest and everything like that. So I mean, it just it doesn't really make any sense to me why these people, they're not looking forward. They're not looking to the future. They claim that they're looking to the future. They're not looking past their own social acceptance in their social approval rating. So for me, this is the thing. For anyone else watching, I encourage you to take some time, take half an hour out of your day, an hour out of your day, whatever it is, and go and think about the legacy that you want to leave behind. Do you, and I'm not saying that it doesn't have to be related to veganism as well. I mean, for myself, I am in my job, work for myself in industrial relations, and for me, I sort of, what my legacy I want to leave behind with that is that, I want to be known as someone that was giving the employers the power back, and rather than just, relying on industry groups and this and that and lawyers and all that sort of stuff. That that's one thing that I want to do, is that, that's one thing that I want to leave behind, to say, hey, yeah, this is what he was known as, and this is how he helped small business owners. Developing not just IR consulting, but developing a broader business consulting as well, to be sort of more like a one-stop shop where there's a team of us that can, go in and tackle a business, go in and have a look at a business, tackle everything, and get everything sorted out for the business owners. That's a legacy I want to leave behind. I mean, hopefully the books, when they get written and get published, they'll be left behind, because what is it, 70 years after the person's death or something like that, then they become public domain. So there's that. It's not being known for, I attended 15 protests and did this and did that, because, as I said, I don't believe protests work, at least not in Australia anyway. I don't believe that protests are the right form of pressure. They're more about a social acceptance thing, where it's fun for the activists to turn around and say, hey, yeah, look, I went to this protest, I went to that protest, I've been to this protest, what have you done for the animals? Well, really, the time that you wasted going to that protest, I actually spent, learning more about myself and learning how to handle myself, and learning the way other people operate, the way other people think, what motivates them, and all that sort of stuff. So, that's the thing, is that, so there's so much. So anyway, these are my thoughts. I don't want to sort of waffle too much on about it, because then it'll become a bit of a vague waffle thing where I start having deep thoughts in front of a camera. Anyway, thank you for watching. Having a bit of a coffee low at the moment. The blood in my coffee levels is starting to drop down a bit, so hankering for one. I might stop off when I drive through on the way home and grab a coffee. Then again, I might not. Might just wait till dinner, have a wine with dinner. Anyway, let me know, what do you think about leaving a legacy, and what's the legacy that you want to leave behind? And I'm not talking about, for your kids and your grandkids and all that sort of stuff. I'm talking about what's the legacy that you want to leave behind for society in general, for veganism in general, and for what you do. So anyway, as I said, that's about it. Thumbs up, thumbs down, like, share, comments, all that sort of good stuff. Thank you for watching. My name's Cameron Blewett. This was another episode of Vegan Police TV, and keep in mind that you don't fear the vegan police. We're here to help.